Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on our $1 million challenge, so please stay tuned. In the previous video we did a stock update on ticker symbol AQST, Aquestive Therapeutics. So if anybody's not aware of this stock, this is a stock that has got some huge catalyst coming up, so please refer back to the previous video for details of AQST. Before we start today's stock analysis, quick reminder of the $1 million challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to achieve 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. We do take into account losses, so it's not 201 consecutive trades. Once you join us on the challenge, you'll get access to an in-depth exclusive strategy video which explains the challenge step by step. We also will give you access to the Discord community, which is now well in excess of 300 and growing, where people will share due diligence, trading tips, research, buy alerts, etc. In the Discord area, you'll be able to read the FAQs, check our agreement to the challenge, chat and ask questions, and also get access to the stock spreadsheet. So for the stock spreadsheet, this is updated weekly with low and medium risk stocks specifically designed for the challenge. We use Google Finance Formula in the spreadsheet, so it is a live spreadsheet, and this includes potential target buy prices color coordinated in green, risky buy prices color coordinated with red. That will also be available to you, and as part of the challenge we also have a leaderboard to celebrate success. This is not really a competition, so we use it as more as a collective challenge working together. So join us on the journey, details in description below. Today's stock analysis is for ticker symbol OCGN Ocugen. This is a stock that has been featured a few times on the channel, and there have been some important developments which I'm going to share with you shortly. Before we do that, I'd like to share with you first of all the chart just for the previous 2 to 3 days. So it's important why we look at what happened close of play on Friday. So before we look at that, let's have a look at prior to the 17th of December. The stock was trading just in excess of $5.50. We did see a significant sell-off, and around about close of play on the 16th of December and open market on the 17th December, we saw the stock was going below $5 at one point, hitting around about $4.90. And since then we saw the RSI was massively oversold, and at one point getting close to an RSI of 20. So then I think what's important in the chart here is very close to the end of market on the Friday, the stock did go up quite significantly at closing up for in excess of 4.38%. We can see some very strong candles just before close of play. We can also see a huge increase in volume. We can see a significant spike up in the RSI where it's getting very close to 70. If we have a look at the volume in terms of average volume was just approximately 16 million for the stock, and on this particular day it was in excess of 21 million. So certainly something going on. But what's more interesting is what happened in the after hours. The stock was up quite significantly in the after hours, so let's proceed to have a look at what the developments are. The next thing we're going to look at now is the order flow distribution, and again for Friday I think this was very significant. So on the screen here you'll see in terms of large scale orders in the previous 5 days, they're all green, so that indicates a lot of significant buying going on. But what is most interesting is at the bottom we can see there was large scale orders on the 17th of December in excess of $10 million. So certainly something going on here. What I'd now like to do is give a shout out to Depth Charge, who has very nicely summarized what the key transactions were going on in terms of close of play on the Friday with regard to OCGN. So let's have a look at his post, and what he said here is insiders bought options, warrants and common stock today. Something is coming. So we have Sanjay, who is the CFO, has purchased in excess of 35,000 shares at $5.65, owning in excess of 71,000. So we also have Castillo, Zhang and Shankar buying shares on options. Shankar did sell 115,000 shares at $5.22. However, he has bought on the same day, so that's not something to be of significant concern about. But I think what is much more important and interesting at the bottom, we can see that Potti Manish bought 45,000 shares common stock and also bought 875,000 shares options. So very significant indeed. What I would now like to do is explore some clues with regard to what potentially may be going on. So first thing I'm going to look at here is a news release from the company on the website here, dated December the 15th, 2021. And what we can see here in terms of the key headline: new data suggests Covaxin vaccine candidate generates robust immune memory to COVID-19 and variants of concern for at least 6 months after vaccination. I think we all know the variant of concern right now is Omicron, so this is certainly a strong clue. So the key subheadings underneath here: the level of vaccine-induced spike and nucleoprotein antibodies titers demonstrated to be comparable to that following natural infection. So immune memory against conserved nucleoprotein may provide an added advantage over spike-only responses. Memory T and B cells persisted for at least 6 months post-vaccination. So the key word there I'm picking up on is at least 6 months. So very strong protection here, potentially for 6 months. And the data also suggests Covaxin may provide protection against current and future variants. So again, very strong statement there. The effectiveness of Covaxin against the Omicron variant is also currently being studied in particular. What I'd now like to do is focus on the second part of this article, and I'm going to look at the paragraph at the top, and let's have a quick summary of what's stated here. So Ocugen's co-development partner Barrett Biotech announced data from a phase 3 trial that included nearly 25,800 participants. In the study in The Lancet, Covaxin demonstrated 77.8% overall efficacy, 93.4% efficacy against severe illness, so that's very positive. 65.2% efficacy against the Delta variant. Adverse events reported in the trial were low. 12.4% of subjects experienced commonly known side effects, and less than 0.5% of subjects experienced serious adverse effects. So overall, great positive news here in terms of the trial. What I'd now like to do in terms of finishing off is have a look at the general picture with regard to the stock, and then also share an opinion at the end. So let's first of all have a look at what's happened recently. We know that in November, the FDA rejected Covaxin without fully explaining why. So on the screen here, we can see that the statement from the FDA was that they issued a clinical hold on the company's investigational drug to evaluate COVID-19 vaccine candidate known as Covaxin outside of the United States. And that was not positive news for Ocugen. However, on the positive news, we know that it was granted approval by WHO. The stock did spike up very, very significantly. Unfortunately, we did see a very strong sell-off, and the stock came down. So what I think certainly is important from an investor's point of view is that approval from FDA is the key catalyst. It is something that will certainly drive the stock forward and also allow revenue generation. So let's see what else we can see here with regard to the FDA. The next thing I'd like to look at in terms of the company's statement here in the middle paragraph, and that is the company said it expects to receive formal written communication with additional information from the FDA and plans to work with the FDA in an effort to resolve its questions as promptly as possible. So, and I think what's interesting here is no timeline for these actions were provided by the FDA or the company. So what that potentially opens the door to is there could still be potential fast track approval. There could be potentially something going on behind the scenes that the company is not able to share. And I certainly think it is in the interest of everybody for this vaccine to be approved if the results are positive, because the potential impact for the economies, for business and for the health of the general population everywhere is certainly something that needs to be prioritized. Finally, if anybody would like to participate in more in-depth discussions with regard to the stock, join us in our Discord community where this is going on a daily basis. This will also give you an opportunity to join us in the challenge for only $9 per month. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.